Welcome to OSM, Operation Safe Mode. Peace be with you. I am so happy to be with you to make this special announcement. Nearly 1 month in 5 days since we had our announcement saying that the churches would be closed for prayer as we entered into the holiest of our weeks. And today I can announce with great joy that we begin operating in safe mode as we enter into the yellow phase. The yellow phase for us in regards to the church will include the opportunity for private prayer, and the churches will be open for private prayer starting Friday, tomorrow at 8 a.m. Here at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, the church will be open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day throughout the week. At Immaculate Conception, the church will be open beginning at 8 a.m. on Friday and then 24/7 as we continue moving closer and closer to the green phase and the opportunity to gather for sacred Mass. As I mentioned in Tuesday's video, we are going to celebrate this Opportunity Friday with thanksgiving to the Lord in Eucharistic Adoration. So what does the yellow phase look like? What does it mean to us who will be coming to share in prayer and to receive the Sacrament of Reconciliation? First, I would like to announce that Father Raniel and I will be hearing confessions this coming Saturday. We will be at Immaculate Conception from 9 to 11, and then we will be at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton from noon to 2 p.m. We will be practicing social distancing. We will be stationed in front of the church on either side, 6 feet apart. Father Raniel and I will be wearing our sacred masks, and we would appreciate if you did as well. The opportunity for confession, I'm sure, is one that people have been longing for, and Father Raniel and I want to make it an opportunity immediately to receive that sacrament. The schedule for confessions will be posted later as time goes on. I'm assuming that we will still have a Tuesday evening opportunity at Immaculate Conception and our normal times on Saturdays as we move forward. When we come into the church, it's important for us to realize that this is a gift of love and charity to one another, to come into the presence of the Lord by continuing practicing social distancing as well as wearing our masks. Now, I know all of you have many different masks, but in this case, you should be wearing your sacred mask, a nice mask in order that you could present yourself to the Lord. We will have the church set up for social distancing. So what you will experience when you come into church, that some of the churches will be blocked for usage, every other pew, and you will know that the pews that we would ask you not to use will have a small cone, as the one you see here, in the pew. That'll be a designation to not use that pew. This way we keep a pew between people as they're praying, and that'll be the proper social distancing in the time in the church. What we're trying to do is be like Papa John's as well. We're trying to have you experience a no contact, touchless experience when you come into the church. What does that mean? That means that the less things that you touch, the less contamination that can happen, as well as less need to clean and prepare for the next group to come into prayer. So you will enter into the church at Immaculate Conception from the Oak Street side. You will enter the church between that time of 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton through the single door over by Mary's Garden. As you enter into the church, we would appreciate if you use the sanitizer dispenser that hangs right on the wall to clean your hands as you prepare to enter into church. And remember, you can say an Our Father if you would like, just to kind of remind yourself that you're entering into prayer. When you come into the vestibule, this will be the no contact, touchless experience of your prayer in church. We will have bulletins and the Easter white books available. So we would ask if you would like a bulletin, and we would appreciate if you would take one. And a white book, you take the book and you take it home with you. That's the no contact, touchless experience. That if you leave it behind and someone else touches it, then we're passing on the opportunity to contaminate each other. Those will be there for you to use, and we will also use the church vestibule, as we did before we closed the church, as a pick up and drop off. For instance, if you wanted to drop off your Sunday weekly contribution, thank you very much, at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, you can still slide it under the St. Francis door as you enter into the building. At Immaculate Conception, you could put your envelopes in any of the candle money slots in front of the Blessed Virgin Mary and also in front of St. Joseph. We will be having soon our Operation Safe Mode t-shirts, and that'll be a place that we'll also be able to have you pick things up and drop things off for the office. So when you walk into church, all the doors to the nave, which is the seating area of the church, will be open, so you don't have to touch any doors. You may need to touch the front of the pew to get yourself in and out of the pew, but that should be the only contact that you have with anything that takes place in the church. So I'm anxious to have you come and share with us, as well as with the Lord in the Holy Eucharist. One of the things that we must always remember in this time is that when God calls us to be close to Him, taking the time to pray will always give us that base that we need. So many people have told me, we just need to get away from each other, just for a little bit. We need some special time with the Lord. So please feel comfortable to do so. This is what you will experience beginning on Friday, and we still need some help with the late hours of Eucharistic Adoration on Friday. We still need help from 8 to 10 o'clock here at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, and the wee hours of the morning at Immaculate Conception, that time period between 2 and 6 a.m. It's a great time to come to pray because it is so quiet. So if you haven't signed up for an opportunity to pray, you can do so. Following this video, you will see the web address, the email address to email me, and I will send you a time for adoration. Remember, you don't have to sign up. You're more than welcome to come at any time. We just always need 2 people before the Lord when the Blessed Sacrament is exposed. So I'm looking forward to this beginning of our return through the yellow phase. And remember always, as difficult as this might be, when you're before the Lord and in His presence, ask Him to help you through this experience to be forged into saints. So remember to stay safe in the Lord.